dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best-kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
Replaced or repair Overhead Door Company. Repairs, service, fits, and more. For over 100 years, Overhead Door has been committed to bringing you the best in residential garage doors, commercial doors, openers, and accessories. Whether you need a stylish new garage door for your home, a more energy-efficient commercial door for your business, or a better integrated door system for your industrial application, remember, if you don't see the red ribbon logo, you are not getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door products and service you need. Look for the red ribbon for products that are reliable and safe. Our service technicians are trained, knowledgeable, and background checked. Our continued success is due to our exceptional employees. Call 76.
Welcome on in, everybody. Apologies for some technical difficulties. We're in the top of the second inning. Nate Kelly fires in a called strike one to Augie Cowan. It's the Coyotes and the Haymakers. Coyotes ahead 1-0. And Nate Kelly's ahead 0-2 against Augie Cowan after a curveball gets the called strike on the inner half of the zone. 0-2 pitch. Lifted high in the air above shallow left center field, ranging over. Gill going to get called off by Schmerber. And we've got one out.
Yeah, Schmerber coming over from way over there in left field to make that play for the first out. As Cowan got a little bit under that. It was not a bad swing whatsoever.
And now it's Dominic Tomasi. Tomasi hitting sixth in this lineup today, playing third base. Swings at the first pitch and sends a fly ball to Gill in center field. And he misplays that ball and hustling around first, going into second. After the error, there's a one out runner on second now for the Haymakers.
Yeah, that ball just kind of died on Gill out there in center field. Thought he was in a perfect position to make the play, but it just drops down on him.
Yeah, and Richard Gill out there in center field, it's the problem that everyone will face in the PSCL. You're just fighting with the sun at this point in the day as ball one is called to Gianni Brasecco. 67-mile-an-hour breaking ball misses the zone. 1-0, but they're fighting with the sun, so you sometimes lose that ball. It's really difficult to play at this hour. 1-1 now after a pitch is called a strike at the top of the zone. Runner on second is Tomasi, one out. A 1-0 Coyotes lead. And ball two goes outside. Two and one now. Off the end of the bat, foul. That's going to go into the park. 2-2 now. Again, for those of you just joining us, Stephen Buxton joined by Zach Durham. We're in the top of the second inning. 1-0 Coyotes over Haymakers. Swing and a miss on a great curveball there, but they're going to say that Brasecco just got a piece of it. So the count will stay even at 2. Two and two now. Kelly fires. Just low. Counts ran full now.
Nice AB from Brasecco here. Fought off that tough 2-2 pitch. Now the count's full. Trying to drive on the runner.
Payoff pitch. Off the end of the bat to second base. Fielded by Kabotsu. Down to first in time. 4-3 on the putout. It does advance Dominic Tomasi to third base, though. Now we've got 2 outs. Seth Bryson stepping up. The 7-hitter for his first time today. After him is Evan Cosinoy. Bryson watches the first pitch, called strike one. Inner corner of the zone. At a University of Maine Presque Isle. Sophomore, 5'10", 150 pounds. Takes ball one outside. Counts even at one now. Bryson hitting .250 on this season. Has 3 hits, has 2 RBIs. Looking to add more here. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-2 now. Turn it up to 70 there.
Yeah, nice spot right on the outer half to the left-handed hitter, just on the edge of the strike zone.
1-2 pitch. Driven into right field. That's going to get down for a hit and tie the game. Going around first to second. Bryson's looking for 2, and he's going to get it. Stand-up RBI double, Seth Bryson.
Nice piece of hitting right there from Bryson. Only 70 miles an hour off the bat, but it was perfectly down the line in right field. Easily scores Tomasi. Bryson switches spots with him. He's on second now with 2 away.
Yeah, Tomasi scores and Bryson on second. That run is not on Nate Kelly's line, though. That is an unearned run as Tomasi reached on an error in center field by Richard Gill. Now it's 1-0 to Evan Cosinoy. Cosinoy gets under that one, pops it above the infield. Garcia's looking for it. He's going to chase back and on his knees make the catch.
Nice play from the backstop right there on a tough ball drifting away from him.
Nate Kelly limits the damage, but the game's tied up again. We're at square one. It's 1-1 going to the bottom of the second inning.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning here. Game 2 of the PSCL doubleheader today at the stadium. Haymakers and Coyotes. Coyotes up to bat. Stephen Buxton joined by Zach Durham. It'll be Luke Manzano, Matthew Kabotsu, and Christian Areola. The first 3 due up, and first pitch swinging. Just late on the fastball, sends it into the park. 0-1 now for Luke Manzano. Cipriano Rivera allowed the first 2 to reach in the first inning, and that one's right down the line, straight to the first baseman, Lawson Darthard. Little nubber off the end of the bat is fielded by him. He'll take it himself for the first out.
Yeah, I'm surprised that ball stayed fair. It was like a cue shot off the end of the bat, just dribbling down that first baseline, staying fair for Darthard to make that first out.
Yeah, it was foul all the way until it took a hop at the last second to go fair. Darthard took advantage, took it to first, and now it's Matthew Kabotsu with 1 out and nobody on. Takes strike 1. But again, Richard Gill doubled in the first at-bat, then Dylan Garcia walked, And they were both, Richard Gill was driven in, apologies. He was driven in by a walk by Antonio Longobardi with the bases loaded. But Cipriano Rivera managed to fight back and get the last 2 outs of the inning. And with a 1-1 count, off the end of the bat to shortstop, down to first in time. Good play by Braseco.
Yeah, nice play. That ball was hit right to him. But kept the glove down, fires a strike to first for a quick 2 outs.
Now it's Christian Arriola, the 10-hitter and second baseman today for the Coyotes. With 2 outs and nobody on, trying to get some sort of rally going, trying to extend this inning and make Rivera work even harder. He takes ball 1 up high. Rivera working out of the windup. Fires a fastball at the top of the zone, swings and misses. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that one at 80, right on the upper edge of the strike zone. That's where you want to live if you're Cipriano Rivera.
1-1 pitch. Off the hands, it's 1-2 now. Fouled it back into the net behind home plate.
That one at 81, so the velo is starting to come to life here for Rivera as he tries to put away this hitter.
Yeah, it's a fastball that sits in the high 70s, low 80s. Right now he's going to try and use it to get a strikeout. 73 miles an hour from the heavens to get him looking. 1-2-3 inning for the Haymakers. They send the Coyotes packing and going to the top of the 3rd inning. It's tied at 1.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
Top of the 3rd inning, and we're still at square one. It's tied at 1. Haymakers and Coyotes here in Palm Springs. Cipriano Rivera just worked a 1-2-3 inning against the bottom of the Coyotes lineup, and a first pitch strike is thrown to Nathan LeBeau. Apologies, it was a first pitch ball, and now it's 2-0 to LeBeau. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1 now. It'll be Nathan LeBeau, Gaku Yamamoto, Jay Spikari due up. 10-1-2 of this Haymakers lineup. Poked just late on the fastball. It'll go foul just above the stands. 2-2 now, no outs, nobody on. In the top of the 3rd inning. Pitch by Kelly. Line back up the middle. Right at Kabotsu. Perfectly positioned. He'll throw it down to first in time to get him.
Yeah, that was a weird, softly hit line drive. It tailed back towards the second baseman. It looked like it was going to go up the middle. Only 57 off the bat for the first out.
Yeah, it looked like it was just going to be a little bloop single into center field at the last second. It takes a right turn and goes straight at Kabotsu at second. So there's 1 out, and Gaku Yamamoto takes strike one. 0-1 now. Nathan Kelly going into his third inning of work. 1-1 now as a curveball just missed the zone. Tailed out towards the left-handed batter's box. It's 1-1.
Yeah, not a bad spot to miss with that pitch as it breaks away from the righty hitter.
1-1 pitch. That one's lifted high in there. Just got under it into center field. Richard Gill comes and collects it for the second out. Now Jace Bikari steps up. Singled in the first inning as the first two batters of the game reached on singles. And then he was cut down at second on a 6-4-3 double play that Savion Bishop grounded into. He's got 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch inside, ball 1. Again, Bikari doing the catching today for Cipriano Rivera. 1-0 pitch. Lined into center field. That's going to hang up, though, for Gill, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Mirror image of the last one. Nate Kelly sends the haymakers down, and going to the bottom of the third inning, we're still tied at 1.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Bottom of the third inning in Palm Springs. It'll be the top of the Coyotes lineup starting things. Richard Gill steps into the box and takes ball 1 outside from Cipriano Rivera in his third inning of work. It's tied at 1 here. Gill reached on a double to lead off the inning for the Coyotes in the first and takes a hack at that one, fouls it back. It's 1-1 now.
Yeah, that was a nice, healthy hack right there. If he makes contact with that and puts it in play, that's going up the middle. Instead, he was just under it, slices it straight back into the netting.
Especially right now, the wind's starting to kick up a little bit in Palm Springs Stadium, going towards right field for the left-handed hitter, Richard Gill, who fouls that one off. He was late on a 79-mile-an-hour fastball in the outer half of the zone. It's 1-2 now. Richard Gill, Dylan Garcia, Mason St. Hilary, the first 3 due up. If Garcia reaches, in all likelihood, we'll see Carson Romero pinch running. 1-2 pitch, lined up the middle. That's going to hang up and get caught by Gaku Yamamoto.
Yeah, another good swing from Richard Gill. This one was up the middle. Unfortunately, just caught up for Yamamoto for the first out.
Now it's Dylan Garcia. Reached on a walk in the first inning. Here he is in the third. Nobody on and 1 out. First pitch by Rivera. Fastball poked foul. It's 0-1.
80 miles per hour at the top of the zone. Aggressive approach to this plate appearance for Dylan Garcia, taking a hack at that first offering from Rivera.
0-1 now. 1-1 as the breaking ball just tails out of the zone. He pulled it a little bit there. 1-1, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the third inning. Coyotes trying to break the tie here. 2-1 now as the fastball runs inside on him. Couple exciting games so far today. If you missed earlier today, John Tessier and the Bootleggers handed the Lumberjacks their first loss of the season. 3-1 as he misses with a fastball again. Took down the Lumberjacks 2-0 in an absolute pitching clinic between the two teams. Those 2 runs were both scored off of Henry Wallen, but only one was earned. 5-pitch walk as ball 4 is just too high. Dylan Garcia reaches and will undoubtedly see Carson Romero come out, and he does.
2 plate appearances for Garcia, both of them resulting in a walk. So he's yet to have an official at-bat today, but his on-base percentage, a clean 1,000.
It's a good eye so far, and now Mason St. Hilary, a big power threat for this team. 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to left field. But we've seen he's got some pop in that bat. First pitch, big cut and miss. It's 0-1. Tried to send that one to Desert Hot Springs.
Yeah, another fastball, top of the zone. That's where Rivera is attacking these hitters early on in the count, just challenging them.
0-1, and they're going to take a look back at first for a second. Counts 1-1 now. Chase Bikari trying to keep his eyes on this running game for the Coyotes. He's done a good job back there so far this season.
Long pause from Rivera.
1-1 pitch. Fought off, foul off the net again. 1-2.
You can see Rivera just doing anything to disrupt the timing of the runner over there at first and St. Hilary in that lefty batter's box.
1-2 pitch. Rivera waiting and fires. Just high. Can't get the call on the 74-mile-an-hour breaking ball. About an inch above the zone.
Yeah, and it's right above the inner corner. Did not miss by much.
2-2 pitch. Counts run full now. Fastball misses. Low and away. Tie game at 1, bottom of the third inning. Full count with a runner on first to Mason St. Hilary. They're going to check down to first. Carson Romero slides back in time. Again, Romero on first after Dylan Garcia walked. Romero's the courtesy runner. 1 out and the payoff pitch. Upstairs, back-to-back walks for Cipriano Rivera. Now it's Caleb Montemayor. He reached on a walk in the first inning. Reached second after Antonio Longobardi walked after him.
Yeah, that's the 5th walk of the ball game for Rivera. Not even through 3.
First pitch, a fastball right down Main Street, strike 1.
He's still a ground ball away from getting out of this, though.
And we've seen a lot of that today, especially in the first game. 0-1 pitch. Got a wide strike 2 call there. It's 0-2.
Yeah, that one a couple baseballs on the outer half of the zone, but gets the call from John Kibble, home plate umpire.
0-2 and 0-3 now. He gets the swing and a miss on a slider up above the zone. Caleb Montemayor goes down on strikes. Now it's Antonio Longobardi with 2 runners on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch fastball at the top of the zone, ball 1. Longobardi also walked in the first inning before Maxwell Schmerber and Everett Babcock were both retired to end it. 1-1 now on a fastball just at the bottom of the zone. 82 miles an hour there. 1-1 pitch. Too high, it's ball 2. Two and 1 count, 2 outs, 2 on. 1-1 game. Haymakers trying to put up another 0 here. Count is 3-1 now.
Another nice AB being put together here from Antonio Longobardi. He had that bases-loaded walk that drove in the first run for the Coyotes.
3-1 pitch. Launched high in the air above shortstop in shallow left field. Gianni Brasecco ranges back and collects the flyout to end the inning. We're through 3 here. It's tied at 1. We'll be right back after a break.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Top of the 4th inning here in Palm Springs. A first pitch called ball to Savion Bishop. Heart of the Haymakers lineup due up. It's a 1-1 game. Bishop gets under that one and pops it up to second base. Kabotsu collects it. We've got 1 out. Savion Bishop, Lawson Darthard, and Augie Cowan, the first 3 due up. Against Nate Kelly in his 4th inning of work. First pitch swinging, Darthard to third base. Thrown down, long throw in time to get him. Good play by Caleb Montemayor. Now Augie Cowan steps up to the plate. Again, for those of you just joining in, it's a 1-1 game in the top of the 4th inning. We've got 2 outs and 3, 4, and 5 of this Haymakers lineup coming up. First pitch called strike to Cowan. It's 0-1. Cowan last time up flew out to left field on 3 pitches. He led off the 2nd inning. Here he is in the 4th and gets under that one, sends it right back to the press box. It's going to fall a couple rows in front of us. 0-2 now.
Steven, you almost had a chance to make that play.
You know, we've only had a couple balls come up here in the booth. Haven't had one in a while. 0-2 pitch just outside. Can't get the call. It's 1-2. Last year in the PSCL, we did have one come in and hit us in the booth. 1-2 pitch. Popped up above the infield. Kabotsu and Manzano going after that, and Manzano can't make the catch. Fighting against the sunlight, Kabotsu, Manzano, and St. Hilary coming in from right field form a trio around that ball, and Manzano calls everyone off and can't come up with it. So an error allows Augie Cowan to reach with 2 outs. Now it's Dominic Tomasi who also reached on an error and scored in the second inning. He's 0 for 1, but he's the only run on the board for the Haymakers. First pitch, pops that one well in the air above left field. Schmerber's going to run in on it, and he can't come up with the catch either. In and out of the glove, and this might just score Cowan, and it does. Throw is well offline, and back-to-back errors break the tie. It's 2-1.
Yeah, unfortunate right there as that ball just hung up in front of the left fielder, Schmerber, and the throw was errant coming in to the plate. That allows Tomasi to get all the way to third as the Haymakers have taken a 2-1 lead.
Two to one now after a couple defensive miscues by the Coyotes. Now it's Gianni Brasecco with the runner on third and still 2 outs. First pitch called strike one, 62-mile-an-hour breaking ball just below the zone. They do have a pitcher warming up in the Coyotes bullpen right now. 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Good job by Garcia behind the plate, keeping it close.
Yeah, that's Merrick Sampayan down there, the lefty, warming up for the Coyotes. He's getting loose. May come in this inning, may come in next. Either way, it's still Nate Kelly on the bump.
Kelly behind 2-0. He's got 2 outs, and he's got a runner on third. Now he's behind 3-0 to Gianni Brasecco. Brasecco grounded out to second base in the second inning. After Tomasi reached second on an error, he did advance Tomasi to third. Now he's ahead 3-0. Swing and a drive into left center field. That's going to get down and roll. It scores Tomasi easily. It's 3-1 Haymakers. Brasecco's thinking about going for 3, and he'll have it easily. RBI triple for Gianni Brasecco. It's 3-1 Haymakers.
Yeah, he had the green light on that 3-0 pitch down the heart of the plate, and he puts it in the left center gap to score another run this inning. 2 for the inning, 3 for the game as the Haymakers starting to get hot.
Yeah, 71-mile-an-hour fastball right over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it there. First pitch, a called strike to Seth Bryson. 0-1 now. Bryson had that RBI double in the second inning that started the scoring. It scored Tomasi from third. Now Tomasi's at third again, so Brasecco's at third now, so familiar spot for Seth Bryson, who's behind 0-2. Thought about it, a half-hearted check swing, didn't go around, and the ball was inside. It's 1-2.
Yeah, just held up at the very last second, did Bryson, to prevent himself from going around.
1-2, 2 outs, 3-1 ball game. Top of the fourth inning. And that's strike 3 on the corner to Seth Bryson. Nate Kelly limits the damage to just 2, but Haymakers break it open. It's 3-1 now, going to the bottom of the fourth.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Three to 1 game, bottom of the 4th inning. Coyotes sending the bottom of their lineup up. Maxwell Schmerber, Everett Babcock, and Luke Manzano, the first 3 due up. And some miscues defensively have broken the tie for the Haymakers. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for Schmerber. It's 0-1 for Rivera. Rivera out for his 4th inning of work. Evens the count at 1 with a fastball just out of the zone.
Yeah, he settled in nicely after giving up a leadoff double to Richard Gill. Since then, it's been a bunch of outs.
1-1 pitch, fought off the other way, going back on it. That's Bryson, and he makes the catch over the shoulder.
Yeah, that ball kind of tailing away from Bryson at the last second. Good job to stick with it and make the grab as he ran into shallow right field for the first out.
And again, for Cipriano Rivera, it has not been pretty. There's been a lot of walks, a couple hits here and there, but he's worked in and out of a jam a couple times and has kept his team in it. Just allowed the 1 run so far, and first pitch called strike against Everett Babcock. The one who's really been taking the short end of the stick is Nate Kelly, he's been solid so far, as called strike 2 against Babcock. But 3 runs on the board, none of them earned against him. 0-2 now to Babcock. Swung on and missed, and there's strike 3. Another strikeout for Cipriano Rivera.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 1-2-3 to Everett Babcock as Rivera retires him with that 81-mile-per-hour fastball at the top of the zone.
Now it's Luke Manzano. Rivera trying to work a quick inning. 0-1 now. He's got him swinging. And there's been a lot of swings first pitch so far this game. A lot of aggressive hitting today at the stadium in the PSCL. Second pitch, grounder to third. Fielded, and they're going to call that a fair ball. It gets by Tomasi. Going into second is Luke Manzano. He'll stay there as Savion Bishop fires it in from left field.
Yeah, it wasn't the hardest hit ball, only 69 off the bat, but right down that third base line. Squeezes past Tomasi over there. And now Manzano's standing on second with a 2-out double.
Some more sloppy defense. Not sure if that's going to be called an error or a hit.
I mean, it forced Tomasi to move to his right, and it was right down the line. Could have gone either way.
So now it gives Matthew Kabotsu a chance. First pitch, fouls it into the park. It's 0-1. 0-1, a runner on second and 2 outs. Coyotes down 2 against the Haymakers. Pitch is a chopper to third. Going to be a similar play for Tomasi. Throw down to first, and that gets by him into the bullpen. 1 run scores. It's Manzano from second. Going to second himself is Matthew Kabotsu, and it's 3-2 now.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be able to get out of the inning. Made a good play coming up on the softly hit ball. But the throw was errant. It allows Manzano to come around to score. Kubotsu is now on second base.
Some defensive miscues have put most of the runs on the board for today. And 2 more there. First pitch, swinging bunt, it goes foul. It's Christian Arriola now. Behind 0-1 now. Arriola, first time out, struck out looking on 4 pitches to end the second inning. behind 0-1. That pitch is scooped a mile into the air. Tomasi couldn't get a beat on it, and then finally picks it up at the last second and catches it.
Yeah, way to stick with that. We've been seeing defenders fight through the sun all afternoon, and this time able to come up with the grab.
Bit of a defensive adventure the last couple frames, but we're through 4 here in Palm Springs. It's 3-2. Coyotes trying to come back.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Top of the 5th inning here in Palm Springs. Stephen Buxton joined by Zach Durham, and it's a new arm on the mound for the Coyotes. Nate Kelly's day is done. He's on the hook for all 3 runs, but none of them earned. All of them reached on errors, and he'll turn it over to Merrick Sampayan. Sampayan third time out there in the PSCL on the mound. He's pitched 1 inning exactly, and it's been a tough go for him. Two-way player, 2024 high school grad. He's uncommitted right now and fires in first pitch strike to Evan Cosinoy. It'll be 9-10-1. Evan Cosinoy, Nathan LeBeau, and Gaku Yamamoto. And Cosinoy's down 0-2 after a couple swinging strikes. 80-mile-an-hour fastball at the top of the zone.
Yeah, he's come in and just fired a couple of fastballs above in the zone to get Cosinoy to chase, just attacking these haymakers.
0-2 pitch from Sampayan. Swing and popped up above the infield. First baseman Manzano coming in, and he'll take it for the first out.
Good communication between the infield there. Manzano calling off his pitcher and second baseman to come up with the grab.
Yeah, it was between Kobotsu, Sampayan, and Manzano, and while Sampayan had enough time to come over and collect himself cleanly, it wasn't like he was scampering over to get out at the last second, but Manzano called him off. He had a better angle on it, and now we've got 1 out, and the first pitch to Nathan LeBeau is a called ball. 1-0, 1 out, a 3-2 game. Coyotes got a couple runs on errors last inning, and it's 2-0 now to LeBeau. LeBeau, last time up, he grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning, leading it off. Here he is with nobody on and 1 out in the 5th, and he's ahead 3-0.
And we've had 5 runs, 5 hits, and 5 errors in this game.
3-0 pitch, 4-pitch walk now. LeBeau goes to first, and it's the top of the Haymakers lineup coming up. Gaku Yamamoto steps up to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day, singled as the leadoff batter in the game. Flew out to center field in the third. Here he is in the fifth with a chance to tie this game up.
Yeah, him and his catcher, Jace Bikari, who's on deck right now. Very similar stat lines, both with singles and flyouts to the center fielder.
First pitch, a called strike, 78-mile-an-hour fastball just at the top of the zone. Perfect pitch to Yamamoto. It's 0-1. Sampaio waiting. Yamamoto getting set. Sampaio working out of the stretch, fires, and they're going to check down to first base. No throw by Garcia, but a huge pump fake. It's 1-1 now.
That was a huge pump fake. I don't know if that was just trying to keep him honest over there at first or if he genuinely wanted to and backed out at the last second.
1-1 pitch from Sampaio. Outside, ball 2. Sampaio coming in with a massive ERA. It's 9 earned runs in an inning. And it's really because he's struggled to throw strikes in a couple outings against the A's. Swing and a miss there. 2-2 now. He allowed 5 walks across 2 outings. One was 2/3 of an inning. One was 1/3 of an inning. He just needs to find the zone here, and he can work a clean inning for the Coyotes, which they desperately want to go and get their bats back up and working to break this game, or to tie it up and possibly break it open here. 2-2 pitch from Sampaio. Outside, count is full now. Again, runner on first is Nathan LeBeau. We've got 1 out here in the 5th.
Sampaio looks like he's been aiming up there.
Caught on and missed. Strike 3. He gets Gaku Yamamoto swinging. 78-mile-an-hour fastball just at the bottom of the zone. And now it's Jace Bikari.
Yeah, that pitch was painted right on the corner away from the hitter. That's exactly the kind of pitch you want to execute in that situation.
Jace Bikari, 1 for 2 on the day. Singled and got cut down on a great double play that Savian Bishop grounded into. Takes strike 1. Oh and 1, 2 outs. 3-2 game in the top of the 5th inning. 1-1 now after a high fastball by Sampaio.
Yeah, Kosanoy's over there, or excuse me, LeBeau over there at first still after that 1-out walk.
1-1 pitch. Just gets the corner. It's strike 2.
Haven't seen a whole lot of action on the base paths in this game. Not sure we'll see it from LeBeau, the DH, either.
1-2 pitch from Sampaio, trying to send him back in. That one's poked foul. It's going to go over towards our concession stand, down the third base line. Still 1-2. Bikari trying to help out his battery mate, Cipriano Rivera, who has gutted through 4 innings of 2-run ball. Popped up above the infield, coming in. Caleb Montemayor calls everyone off and takes it himself to end the inning. Runner reaches with 1 out. Nathan LeBeau gets stranded at first. And going to the bottom of the 5th. Here in Palm Springs, it's a 3-2 game. Haymakers on top of the Coyotes.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back here in Palm Springs, 3-2 game in the bottom of the 5th inning. Coyotes really getting into crunch time now. Chasing after the Haymakers, who have put up a trio of unearned runs in the 2nd and 4th. And now the Coyotes trying to do some work themselves. Cipriano Rivera out there for his 5th inning of work. And he's really gutted through it so far. It'll be Richard Gill, Dylan Garcia, and Mason St. Hilary, 1, 2, and 3 of this Coyotes lineup starting this inning.
Yeah, and Gill still with the only hit of the ball game for the Coyotes, coming all the way back in the bottom of the 1st.
1-1 now after a foul ball. 2-1. The fastball runs outside. Again, Stephen Buxton joined by Zach Durham here in Palm Springs, and it's a couple of teams really trying to get their season going. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Three-one pitch outside, ball 4, leadoff walk to Richard Gill.
And that's not how Rivera wanted to start this 5th inning. Never want to walk the leadoff guy, especially on 5 pitches. As Gill trots down to first, here comes Dylan Garcia, who has 2 walks today himself.
And while it's been effective, Cipriano Rivera's kept his team in it. It has not been pretty. He's ahead 3-2, but that's already 6 walks on the day. First pitch, a ball outside to Dylan Garcia. One and 0, swing and a miss there. It's 1-1 now. Looked like he fouled it off home plate there. So
yeah, might have got a piece of his left ankle too.
So 1-1 now, a runner on first and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runner going, throw down to second. In time, but did he come up with it? No, he did not.
Yeah, the throw beat the runner, but shortstop Rosesco just unable to hang on to that dart from Vicari. So now there's a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, nearly perfect throw by Vicari, but a kind of awkward collision down there at second with Prosecco going for the ball in the dirt, and it led him into the slide of Richard Gill. It's 2-1 now on Dylan Garcia. But the ball gets out of the glove, so Richard Gill is safe at second. And apologies, that was the 3-1 pitch. Now it's ball 4. Back-to-back walks start the inning for the Coyotes.
Yeah, Garcia's had 3 plate appearances and walked all 3 times. First inning, he was stranding at third. Third inning, he was stranded at second. And we'll get another courtesy runner.
Yeah, that'll be Carson Romero out there again for the 3rd time today. Dylan Garcia doesn't have an at-bat in this game so far. He's just had 3 plate appearances. All of them have been walks. Coyotes trying to take advantage here. It's ball 1 against Mason St. Hilary, who's 0 for 1. He walked in the 3rd. He flew out to left in the 1st. 1-0 pitch up away, and Jace Vicari kind of half pump fakes down, trying to convince each runner to take a couple steps back. It's 2-0. Rivero fires in ball 3. There is a pitcher warming up in the Haymakers bullpen right now.
It looks like Jonas Ballesteros down there.
3-0 pitch, called strike 1, just nicked the zone.
And here, Mason St. Hilary in a 3-1 count. He's got the power in his bat. Let's see if he looks for something to drive here.
3-1 pitch. Slashes that one foul. Count is full now.
Yeah, 79, top of the zone. Just unable to put that ball in play, but he gets to see another pitch here.
3-2 pitch from Rivera. Swing and a miss. He got St. Hilary. Good fastball outside. Had St. Hilary chasing. And now it's Caleb Montemare with one out.
Yeah, it's a good job for Rivera to get an out after being down 3-1 to the 3-hole hitter.
Montemare, first pitch, watches it for ball 1. 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out in the 3rd inning, and he walked in the 1st inning. Cipriano Rivera has to go through the teeth of this lineup right now. Swing and a miss, throw down to 2nd. A good one, but did not get Richard Gill in time. Baikari showing off the arm this inning. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I'm surprised there was no slide in back to 2nd from Gill. He saw the throw coming down to test him, and he just waltzed right in there safely.
1-1, 1 out. 2 runners on. 3-2 game. Ball 2. Outs or inside. Gill at 2nd. Carson Romero at 1st after back-to-back walks led off this inning. Going against Cipriano Rivera, the starter for the Haymakers today. 2-1 pitch. Called strike 2 at the bottom of the zone. Perfectly placed fastball by Rivera.
Yeah, 81 down at the corner away from the right-handed Montemare to even up the count.
2-2 pitch. Curveball got him looking for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Rivera.
Nice change of speed. Changed the eye level, too, of Montemare after throwing a couple of fastballs on the corners. Just spins one in there for the 2nd out.
Now it's Antonio Longobardi. Watch us strike 1, a fastball down and away. 0-1 now. Again, 3-2 ball game. Haymakers on top of the Coyotes in the bottom of the 5th inning. That curveball rolls outside. It's 1-1. One and one pitch. Driven in the air to left field. Bishop coming in on it. And he runs all the way to collect it for the 3rd out. Fly out to left by Antonio Longobardi sends us to the 6th inning. We'll be right back after a break. Haymakers up 1 over the Coyotes.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Top of the 6th inning, Coyotes down 1 to the Haymakers. Savion Bishop steps up against a new pitcher. It's Aaron Perez stepping in and firing strike 1 to start us off here. 3-2 ball game in Palm Springs. And it's been a good one. Aaron Perez out of Vista del Lago, 2025 high school graduate, fires in strike 2.
Yeah, this is his 4th appearance. Coming into this one, he's thrown 5 innings, struck out 4, only allowed 5 hits to 24 batters faced.
0-2 pitch outside. It's 1-2 now. He's got a 5.40 ERA on him this season, but really that's all off of his appearance against the Coyotes on the 13th, in which they tagged him for 2 earned runs in 3 innings. Other than that, it's a couple innings and just 1 run and a swing and a miss there. Strike 3 on Savion Bishop.
Yeah, wicked breaking ball right there from Perez. Got Bishop chasing way out of the zone for the first out here in the 6th.
We've got 1 out in the 6th. It's Lawson Darthard stepping up. Darthard 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out to end the 1st, grounded out to 3rd in the 3rd inning, and he watches ball 1. Apologies, he grounded out to 3rd in the 4th inning. Nonetheless, the same result. It's a 3-2 game, and the Haymakers are on top thanks to a trilogy of Coyotes errors. Ball 3 in the dirt. Or apologies, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Lawson Darthard at the plate. Augie Cowan coming up after him. 2-0 pitch, low. Now it's ball 3.
So after getting that strikeout to start the inning in this appearance for Perez, he's fallen behind 3-0 to the Haymakers cleanup hitter.
3-0 pitch. Cut on and missed. 3-1 now, 74 miles an hour over the heart of the zone.
Yeah, the big man had the green light on that swing.
And he wanted to send it a long way. 3-1 pitch. In the dirt, ball 4, another walk. First time Lawson Darthard's on base. And it'll send it over to Augie Cowan. 0 for 1 on the day, but he did reach on an error in the 4th inning and score. Again, how we got here today, the leadoff man for the Coyotes, Richard Gill, doubled in the 1st inning. He was eventually walked in as the first run of the game. Then in the 4th, Luke Manzano reached on an error, and an error that allowed Matthew Kabotsu to reach, scored Manzano from 3rd. That one's lined up the middle for a hit. 1 out hit for Augie Cowan, and it's runners on 1st and 2nd now for Dominic Tomasi.
Yeah, right back up the middle off the bat of Cowan, as the Haymakers have 2 men on now for Tomasi, who's reached twice on errors and came around to score both times.
Yeah, and for the Haymakers, Tomasi reached on an error in the 2nd. He was driven in by Seth Bryson on a double. First pitch to Tomasi is outside for ball 1. And then in the 4th inning, Augie Cowan reached on an error. Dominic Tomasi reached on an error. Augie Cowan scored on the error that allowed Tomasi to reach. Ball 2 downstairs. It's 2-0. And then Gianni Brasecco scored Tomasi from 3rd on an RBI triple. And that's been all the scoring so far. 1 run in the 1st for the Coyotes, 1 run in the 4th. And then 1 run in the second and 2 in the fourth for the Haymakers, and it's 3-2. And it's still 2-0 to Dominic Tomasi. Tomasi in the box, set, awaiting the pitch from Perez. Just down low for ball 3 now.
Yeah, Perez has been missing low in this inning. Carson Romero's out there warming up for the Coyotes.
Aaron Perez delivers a 3-0 strike. 72 up and in on the zone. Right now, Nate Kelly on the hook for the loss if this score holds. 3-1 pitch. Driven into left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Coming around second and getting held up at third is Lawson Darthard. Augie Cowan will stay at second, and it's bases loaded after the single by Dominic Tomasi.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting. 96 off the bat into left field. And everyone advances 90 feet. Bases are loaded here for Braseco.
Gianni Braseco, 1 for 2, has the RBI triple under his belt already. Takes a curveball down low for ball 1. Haymakers got the bases loaded. They've got just 1 out, and they're looking to strike here. 1-0 pitch. Grounder down the right or left field line. That's going to go foul, and it's picked up by the Haymakers' third base coach.
You can see the corners playing in middle infield double play depth as they want to keep this ball in the infield and try to turn 2.
Bases loaded, 1 out, 1-1 pitch. In a 3-2 game, top of the 6th inning. That one's called strike 2 at the bottom of the zone.
66-mile-per-hour curveball inside to the righty. Just perfectly painting that front door curveball.
1-2 now. Aaron Perez looking for a big out here. Inside, the curveball couldn't come back. It's 2-2.
Yeah, same pitch. This one just unable to break back into the strike zone. But a nice idea from Perez to try to get him fooled with the same pitch.
Pulled out Uncle Charlie twice. Will he pull out the heater here? 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 3. Count is full now.
Now that's only a little surprising to me to have that many breaking balls thrown consecutively with the bases loaded and 1 out. Very risky pitch calling here from the Coyotes.
And he's definitely looking for a ground ball with that pitch calling. And he's going to need one here. Payoff pitch. Driven straight to third base. Caught by Montemayor. He's going to go back and tag Lawson Darthard before he gets back to the bag to double him up.
Perfect positioning over there from Montemayor. He was playing in, and that allowed him to snag it and tag Darthard before he's able to scurry back to third.
A great play at the hot corner. Gets Lawson Darthard falling asleep and gets 2 outs and Aaron Perez out of the inning. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Coyotes trying to tie this game up here. It's 3-2.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Palm Springs. Stephen Buxton joined by Zach Durham here, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Maxwell Schmerber, Everett Babcock, and Luke Manzano trying to go to work against this Haymakers pitching staff. Cipriano Rivera out there for his 3rd inning of work, and he's ahead 1-0. 1-1 now as Schmerber fouls it off. Schmerber 0 for 2 on the day, struck out in the 1st inning, popped out to 2nd in the 4th. And the Coyotes are going to have to go to work in the late innings. They've got 6 outs to play with, and they're down a run. 1-1 pitch. In the dirt, it's 2-1.
Yeah, middle part of the lineup plan is to obviously tie this ball game, but by the time that 7th inning comes around, you want the heart of the order to come up to the plate.
2-1 pitch. Down low, count is 3-1 now. Rivera in danger of walking another batter. They do have a pitcher warming up in each bullpen. 3-1 pitch. Liner right at the shortstop, Prosecco. It's going to get through his legs and into the outfield. This should be extra bases. Rounding first, going to second, and standing is Schmerber. And he reaches on an error. Another error for the Haymakers defense. Their 3rd of the day, and looks like it kind of caught Savion Bishop off guard in left field. He didn't take a great route at it, and both him and the center fielder Yamamoto had to turn around and go chase it down in left center field. So it's a leadoff man on second base, and this might be Cipriano Rivera's day. There's a meeting on the mound right now. There is a pitcher warming up. As we said earlier, it's
Jonas Ballesteros in their bullpen down there in right field for the Haymakers. Carson Romero's warming up for the Coyotes, but it looks like Rivera is going to stay in this ball game.
They're going to let Rivera try and get out of this. Ballesteros in the bullpen has just an inning and 2/3 this season in the PSCL. He's allowed a handful of runs. First pitch swinging and missing. Everett Babcock, it's 0-1. Again, Schmerber on second, Babcock at the plate. Schmerber the tying run, most importantly. But the Haymakers trying to hold it here. They've got a 1-run lead, and it's 3-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
Nice spot for that fastball right on the edge of the strike zone away from the left-handed hitter Babcock.
0-2 pitch. Rivera deals. It's outside. 85 on that fastball. One of the hardest ones we've seen all day from him. He knows it's the end of the line. He knows he doesn't have a ton more left, so he's going to just lay it all out here. 1-2 pitch. Ball 2 down below the zone.
Yeah, that one just beneath the zone. Didn't miss by a whole lot, maybe a baseball's length.
Two and two now. A runner on second is Schmerber. Pitch by Rivera. Fouled off. We'll do it again.
That ball was painted on the outer half. Good piece of hitting just to put the bat on the ball and stay alive from Babcock.
An 84 on that fastball as we've seen Rivera dialed it up a little bit at the end of his outing. 2-2 pitch from Rivera. Blew it by him. 84 at the top of the zone. Another strikeout. Everett Babcock goes down swinging again the second time today, and now it's Luke Manzano. And it looks like this might be the day, though. Everyone's shaking hands with Cipriano Rivera, congratulating the young man for the great job he's done so far. 5 1/3 innings, just 2 runs. He's on the hook for those 2, and he's on the hook for Maxwell Schmerber at second base. But for right now, they're going to go to the bullpen. It looks like it's going to be Jonas Ballesteros coming up to try and close this one out. We'll be right back after a break.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary.
Welcome back. Still bottom of the 6th inning here in Palm Springs. Cipriano Rivera done for the day, and now welcome Jonas Ballesteros to the game. Ballesteros taking over with a runner on second, and as far as a first pitch strike to Luke Manzano, who fouls it off the plate. Manzano, then Matthew Kabotsu due up with 1 out and a runner on second in Maxwell Schmerber, who reached on an error. An error by Braseco. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 now. Rivera's day is done. His line isn't closed just yet. At the moment, he's on the hook for 5 1/3, 1 run or 1 hit, 2 runs, both of them earned. 7 walks and 6 Ks. Ground ball to second. Gets off of Bryson and fielded by Braseco, who's backing him up well. Saved a run there. But an error is going to allow Luke Manzano to reach, so it'll be runners on the corners for Matthew Kabotsu. Smart play by Braseco, coming in to back up his second baseman immediately and prevent that ball from getting into the outfield, or it would have been trouble. But now, again, runners on the corners, just 1 out. And first pitch, swinging foul ball for Matthew Kabotsu. It's 0-1.
Now you can still turn 2 if you're able to with the force out at second, or you can try to gun down the runner at home.
0-1 pitch from Ballesteros. He's going to send it back down to first to check in on Luke Manzano. And now he's back and set, gets his sign, ready to fire against Kabotsu. 0-1 pitch. Called strike 2 over the heart of the plate. Oh, 0-2 now. A breaking ball, a ground ball could get him out of this inning. Threw the fastball down below the zone. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, tried to get him to chase down low, but he had a few pitches to waste. It's now 1-2. We'll see how Ballesteros wants to retire Kabotsu.
1-2 pitch by Ballesteros. Cut on and just got a piece of it, fouled it off the plate. It's still 1-2. Again, how we got here, Coyotes started the scoring in the second, a leadoff double by Richard Gill, and he was walked in after Antonio Longobardi was walked with the bases loaded. Since then, just 1 run in the 4th on an error that allowed Luke Manzano to reach. Foul ball again, still 1-2. Errors at third base by Tomasi to Manzano and Kabotsu allowed Manzano to reach and score. Other than that, there's been 3 runs by the Haymakers, 1 on an error in the second, 2 on errors in the fourth. None of those runs are earned. 1-2 pitch off the end of the bat, just got a piece of it, and he's still alive.
Yeah, I don't know how Kubotsu was able to stick that bat out and get a piece of that curveball low and away with 2 strikes. Just got enough of it to foul it off.
A desperation hack keeps him alive with 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on the corners. A 3-2 game. Pitch is outside for ball 2. Again, Schmerber at third, Manzano at first, off a pair of errors by the middle infielders for the Haymakers. 2-2 pitch. Driven into left field, going back on it. Bishop, he'll collect that, and he's got to throw down to home. Tagging up and scoring is Schmerber, and this game is tied at 3. Sacrifice fly for Matthew Kabotsu, his first RBIs of the day.
Good piece of situational hitting from Kubotsu. He didn't need to hit a 3-run home run. All he needed to do was put it into the outfield, and he did exactly that, and we have ourselves a tie ball game.
Tie game here in the bottom of the 6th. It's 3-3 now. Again, we're back to square one, and first pitch is downstairs, ball 1 to Christian Arriola. Arriola 0 for 2 on the day, and he drives that one into left field, but it's going to hang up for Bishop. Just in time for him to collect the 3rd out. A flyout ends the inning, but the Coyotes have tied it again. It's 3-3, 7th inning. Here we come. We'll be right back after a break in Palm Springs.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Here we go. Top of the 7th inning here in Palm Springs. Coyotes and Haymakers. It's a tie game. 3 runs on 6 hits and 4 errors for the Haymakers. 3 runs on just 1 hit and 3 errors for the Coyotes. Coyotes back out on defense. Carson Romero, the new pitcher on the mound, taking over for Aaron Perez. And he'll have to face off against Seth Bryson, Evan Cosanoy, and Nathan LeBeau. 8, 9, and 10 for the Haymakers lineup against Carson Romero. A tie game. And looking for some late inning magic out of Shriner University. Romero, two-way player. He played on the Coyotes last season with the PSCL. Having an outstanding season at the plate. On the mound, it's his 5th appearance. And he's just looking to get in his groove here. First pitch, ball inside to Seth Bryson. 5 2/3 innings of 14.29 ERA for Carson Romero. Second pitch, ball up and away. It's 2-0 now. The majority of that damage for Romero. 3 earned runs against the Haymakers. (3-0) now the count. Actually, apologies. That is a incorrect stat line against the Haymakers. They must have flipped the runs and the earned runs because there's 6 runs and 3, or 6 earned and 3 runs on his ledger there. So we'll have to go fix that. But it's 3-1 now to Seth Bryson. Bryson takes a 5-pitch walk and the leadoff man reaches for the Haymakers. Romero all fastballs there in that at-bat. And now it's Evan Cosinoy. Cosinoy 0 for 2 on the day. Popped up foul to the catcher, Garcia, and then popped up to first base. Nobody out, and the first pitch is a ball outside. 1-0.
Yeah, he's come in and hasn't had the command that he needs to get the 3 outs in a tie ball game here in the 7th.
1-0 pitch. 1-1 now. He gets the called strike on the fastball inside. One and one pitch, 3-3 game, top of the 7th inning. That one's lined up the middle. That's going to get through for a hit. Went right between Romero's legs. And then split the middle infielders, Longobardi and Kabatsu. So the first 2 reach for the Coyotes. And runners on first and second now for Nathan LeBeau.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting from Cosinoy. Doesn't try to do too much with that pitch. Just puts it right back up the middle on the ground. Finds a hole. He's at first base. His teammate advances to second.
LeBeau 0 for 2 or 0 for 1 on the day. He reached on a walk in the 5th. And he swings and misses at the first offering. 0-1, nobody out, 2 on. Haymakers trying to break through, trying to spoil the Coyotes' day here. A tie game in the 7th inning. Strike 2 called against Cosinoy. Or against LeBeau, apologies.
Much better from Romero on that pitch, right on the outer edge of the strike zone. That's where he needs to live, away and at the knees.
0-2 pitch from Romero. Inside, ball 1. One and 2 count. Romero trying to send LeBeau packing. Just off the zone. It's 2-2 now.
85 right on the corner. Doesn't get the call from the home plate umpire, but that one could have gone either way.
2-2 pitch. Carson Romero working out of the stretch. 2 runners on. Called ball 3 just below the zone. Count is full now. 86 on that fastball. Full count, 2 runners on now. Romero looking for a strike, and he gets it there.
That's a big punch out right there for Carson Romero and the Coyotes.
Threw up the high heat to Nathan LeBeau, and he had him chasing. Now it's the top of the lineup, though, for the Haymakers. This does not get easier for Romero. Again, 2 runners on, 1 out, 3-3 game in the top of the 7th. Runner on first is Evan Cosinoy. On second is Seth Bryson. And now it's Gaku Yamamoto coming up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 so far today. Takes strike one at the bottom of the zone, 78-mile-an-hour breaking ball. On deck is Jay Spicari, in the hole Savian Bishop. Romero hoping it doesn't get there, though. 0-1, now 0-2 after he buckled Yamamoto's knees on the 78-mile-an-hour breaking ball below the zone.
Yeah, good spot to put that pitch. Now you're ahead 0-2. You got a couple pitches to work with to either punch him out or get a ground ball, potentially turn 2, and get yourself out of this.
Coyotes looking to work a magic act, looking to get out of this jam with 2 runners on, and there's strike 3 to Yamamoto. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
That ball just painted on the outer half, right at the knees and on the outer edge of the strike zone to Yamamoto. He goes down for the second strikeout of the game for him.
And now Romero can feel it. The first 2 runners reached in the inning. He's got the next 2 outs, so 2 outs, 2 on in the 7th inning, a tie game. And ball 1 to Jay Spicari.
Yeah, that one just above the strike zone, but it was over the plate.
Coyotes trying to bear down here, trying to strand a pair of haymakers runners. 2-0 now with the fastball missing outside.
Looks like Dominic Tomasi's warming up for the haymakers down in that right field bullpen.
2-0 now, 3-0 after that fastball misses badly. Good job by Garcia jumping up and just throwing the glove out to get a piece of it and keep it with him to prevent the runners from advancing.
Yeah, how big would that have been if both guys were able to advance 90 feet? It is a 3-0 count here to Bikari.
3-0, 2 outs, and gets called strike 1. Curveball at the bottom of the zone. Just barely nicks it. Three and 1, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning, tied at 3. Romero gets a swing and a miss there on another breaking ball.
That one had some good break. It was thrown over the heart of the plate, but kept Bikari guessing as it drops in there for strike 2. Now the count runs full.
Romero looking to put up a 0 here. Payoff pitch, runners going, swing and a miss, and he struck out the side.
What a big outing right there from Carson Romero. Gives up a hit, a walk and a hit, and then strikes out the next few guys. Big stuff.
First 2 reach against Romero, and with his back to the wall, he strikes out LeBeau, he strikes out Yamamoto, and he strikes out Jay Spicari. Bottom of the 7th. Here we go. We'll be right back after a break.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom of the 7th here in Palm Springs. Last chance for the Haymakers. Coyotes trying to break through and win this game in regulation, 3-3. And a new man on the mound is Dominic Tomasi. He starts off behind 1-0 now against the top of the lineup. Richard Gill, Dylan Garcia, Mason St. Hilary. The first three due up in the 7th against Dominic Tomasi. Over at third, the defensive change. Ray Martinez will be playing third base, and counts even at 1 now after a swinging strike by Richard Gill. Again, welcome on in, everybody. Stephen Buxton joined by Zach Durham here, and we've got a good one. Tie game, bottom of the 7th inning. Tomasi trying to take it to the extras. And the top of the Coyotes lineup trying to say otherwise. 2-1 now after a fastball gets away from Tomasi. 86 on that fastball. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Counts even at 2 now.
85 right on the edge of the strike zone from Tomasi.
Gill is 1 for 2 on the day. He reached on a walk in the 5th inning, and he doubled and scored to lead off the game. 2-2 pitch from Tomasi. Down low, count is full now. He doubled and scored in the 1st inning, but no at bat as big as this one. Top of the 7th inning. Trying to take down the Haymakers. Payoff pitch by Tomasi. In the dirt, ball 4, leadoff man reaches for the Coyotes.
It's the second walk for Gill. He walked in his last plate appearance back in the 5th. He stole second, so with nobody out here in the 7th in a tie ball game, don't be surprised if we see Richard Gill take off to get in scoring position.
And this is a part of the lineup that's going to be tough for Tomasi. The top 2 have been just putting pitchers through the ringer so far. Dylan Garcia has not been retired yet today. First pitch outside, ball 1, and it's been that story the whole day. No at-bats for Dylan Garcia. He's got 3 walks, and if he reaches again, we'll see Carson Romero running the bases. Second pitch, grounder to short, down to second, turn to first, not in time. Fielder's choice allows Dylan Garcia to reach, but they do get the lead runner. Good play by Braseco and Bryson. Bryson tried to hop and make the spinning throw in air, but did not have enough to get Garcia.
Yeah, heck of an effort over there from Bryson just to put the throw up. But at least they get the lead runner, 1 out on the board here in the 7th.
I didn't see, but it looks like that is Garcia still running. Chopper off the end of the bat in between third and the mound. Fielded by Tomasi. Good play to get him out at first.
Heck of a play from Tomasi. Bare hands that soft chopper off the bat of St. Hilary, and across his body just throws it across the diamond for an out at first. But it does put Garcia into scoring position with 2 away here.
And for Tomasi, who's had a tough day defensively today, a great play off the mound to get that out at first. So now it's a runner on second, Dylan Garcia, for Caleb Montenmayer, who takes a wide strike 1 call. Montenmayer struck out twice today, once looking, once swinging, and he reached on a walk in the 1st. Second pitch, takes it. Throw down to second. Gets away from the shortstop, Braseco. Garcia thought of taking third, but a good job by Darthard, able to come in and cover that play as the ball skipped away a bit to ensure that he stayed at second.
Yeah, it didn't get too far away from the bag over there at second. I would have been very surprised to see Gill trying to take the extra 90 feet as Darthard was right there, ready to fire a strike to third before Gill scrambles back into second. Much rather, no need to advance that 90 feet. You're in scoring position, a ball put in play. You're going anyways.
And anything in play, again, Garcia will be running. 1-1 pitch. That one's poked foul. And now we're down to the last strike. 1-2 now, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Not sure if they're going to go for the tiebreaker or if they're just going to take a tie here. We'll see after this, though. 3-3 game, bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch. Tomasi set, looks down to second, now to home, and fires. Just outside, counts even at 2 now.
86 from Tomasi, unable to put it over the strike zone.
Again, Garcia does run fairly well, so anything in the outfield should score him. 2-2 pitch. Up the middle, gets by Tomasi, fielded by Braseco, throw down to first, gets him in time. They've got the out at first, and we'll see what happens here. No one's shaking hands yet. So it looks like we're going to have the tiebreaker rule.
If you listeners don't know, the way the tiebreaker works is the home team gets to choose if they want to hit or play defense, and whatever they don't choose, the other team will do. No matter what, there's a runner at first base. If you're pitching, all you have to do is get 3 outs before that run scores, and you win. And it looks like, so the Coyotes are the home team.
Yeah,
Jacob Castro has chosen to stay on the field, it looks like, and pitch.
Yeah, so they're going to send the Coyotes back out to play defense. It'll be Carson Romero on the mound. There will be a runner on first for the Haymakers. Most likely it'll just be Jace Bikari because he recorded the last out. And it'll be Savion Bishop, Lawson Darthard, Augie Cowan due up. If they score Jace Bikari, that's an unearned run on Romero's book, and it does win it in extras. If not, if they manage to strand Bikari at first, then the Coyotes will win it.
I've seen a couple tiebreaker scenarios already this season. The Coyotes were involved in one of them, or a couple actually. They dropped one to the A's in a tough battle. Here they are with the Haymakers trying to get 3 outs to close out this ball game.
And Carson Romero going back out there after he fought with his back against the wall in the 7th, came in. He walked Seth Bryson. He allowed Evan Cosinoy to get a single up the middle to reach first. And with runners on first and second and no out, he struck out the next 3 to get out of the inning and keep it tied. Haymakers did their job on the other end. Dominic Tomasi pitched a scoreless 7th inning. And here we are, top of the 8th inning tiebreaker here in the PSCL. It'll be Savion Bishop, Lawson Darthard, and Augie Cowan due up. Again, if they score Bikari from first, then the Haymakers win. There will not be a bottom of this inning. It's all or nothing here. 3-3, top 8. Romero set. Bishop showing bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Bishop on the day 0 for 3. He struck out once in the 6th. Couple pop-outs and ground-outs other than that.
Yeah, Montemayor playing way in over there at the hot corner now.
1-0 pitch, bunted perfectly, slowly down to Montemayor at third base. He throws it down to first, and not in time. Manzano had to jump up, and Savion Bishop reaches on the bunt.
Yeah, that was a perfect bunt. Obviously, the throw was a bit errant, but with Bishop's speed, that could have been ruled a hit.
Infield single for Savion Bishop moves Jace Bikari over to second. Again, he's the only runner that matters here. Now it's Lawson Darthard stepping up. Nobody out, 2 on, and he fouls that one off. It's 0-1. Darthard on the day 0 for 2. He walked in the 6th, struck out in the 1st, popped out to 3rd in the 4th, and he's going to call for time. Or apologies, Carson Romero calls for time. He wants a new ball.
That was a big hack from Darthard. He just missed it, fouling it off back over the press box here at Palm Springs Stadium, but if he's on that, this ball game's over.
Again, Darthard just needs to score by Kari from second, but he wanted to send that one into another county. 0-1 pitch from Romero. Curveball just catches the zone. It's strike two. Again, for those of you just joining us, we're in the extra inning tiebreaker rule. The Coyotes need to strand the runners here. If the Haymakers can score by Kari, then this game's over. 0-2 count, no outs. And Darthard stays alive. He fouls it off. Still 0-2. And it doesn't need to be specifically Baikari scoring. If Savian Bishop scores and Baikari somehow gets out, then that wins the game too. But right now, they're just hoping they could get Baikari across. 0-2 pitch outside, 1-2 now.
Nice AB being put together here from Lawson Darthard. Put in a couple nice hacks, and then he was down 0-2. He's fought off one and now watched the ball away.
1-2 pitch. Romero looks down to second. Now to home and fires. Chopper to first. That's going to get under the glove and into the outfield. Here comes Jace Baikari. Throw to the plate, not in time. Haymakers walk it off.
What a ball game here. Back and forth between the Coyotes and the Haymakers. But it's the Haymakers who come back after being down 1-0 after the first. They went up 3-1. 3-3 after 7. They win the tiebreaker. What a ball game here at Palm Springs Stadium.
Lawson Darthard, your walk-off hero today for the Haymakers. They move on to 2-6-1. Coyotes drop to 3-6. They score Jace Baikari. Again, it's an unearned run against Carson Romero. But he will take the loss. Dominic Tomasi credited with the win. And again, a big win for the Haymakers, who had been struggling coming into this one. They were 0-5-1 to start out the season, won a game, and then lost their last one coming into this. But they take it home. They send the Coyotes home as losers in extra innings. And what a ball game today.
What a ball game. We've had two close ball games, 2-0 between the Jacks and the Bootleggers. Bootleggers took that one. Now we got 4-3 after extra innings, or a tiebreaker, I should say, here between the Haymakers and the Coyotes. Haymakers on top.
Again, today's PSCL slate did not disappoint. A battle of the Titans at top of the standings. The Bootleggers pulled off the upset. They win it 2-0 against the Jacks. Lozano got the win, Walton got the loss. And then here, an extra innings thriller. Haymakers pulled out 4-3 in extras. Dominic Tomasi gets the win. Carson Romero gets the loss. And the Haymakers take home their second win of the year. But that's all we've got today. We thank you all for joining us here in Palm Springs. It's been a good one today. We'll be back at it tomorrow with more CPCL action. For Zach Durham and myself,